Your favorite compas have another jam-packed episode of the Four Compas Show. In this episode, we'll do a quick recap of the Monday Night Football game between the Broncos and Browns. Plus, Dan and Daygo and Vic, the producer, will jump in to give their Week 13 takeaways. And, of course, if time permits, we will have other things like our usual segments, Power Rankings, our picks for the Week 13 matchup, and some other stuff. But let me just start off before I'm obviously Fernando Ramirez. Let me just go. Dale. Gilbert's comes, everybody go home. Gilbert, where are you at?
I don't understand why you're doing the music, Fernando, but I am in Panera Bread.
You look like you're in Beetlejuice. Vic was right. You look like you're in Beetlejuice in the processing. I won't say where you're going, but
feel like the seats in my jacket are kind of blending in. Is that why?
They really are.
This ugly green and whatever brown pattern here, but yeah. So it's
Joe Morley.
Joe. Let me know if the music is very bad here, and also if you hate hearing me talk, this might be your show because I'm going to say very little to avoid a copyright here on YouTube. It's
as of right now, you're good. I can't hear the music, so you're good.
It kind of feels like when you're shopping at Macy's, back in the day, and you're looking for a sweater, and it's just music you've never heard of. And yeah, it could also be a Mexican restaurant, Angel. It could also be in the elevator at a Marriott hotel, waiting for the elevator to go up, and you're waiting for the music to stop. Also, when you're on the phone and then you have to wait, be in a hold, that's the music you hear too. So, yes, again, this is a show that you want to be on because I won't be talking much here. But yeah, to give you the rundown, I am trying to make my way up to Pasadena. There's a bunch of traffic. It is my sister's birthday dinner, and she might be watching this saying, "Where the hell are you?" So I'm going to try to be here as much as I can before I leave.
Why is he on live when he should be here celebrating me?
Why is he trying to make this work at a Panera Bread?
I love it. Well, that's how dedicated Gilbert is to the show. Gilbert, let us get into last night's game, Monday Night Football. It was a pretty crazy game between the Bo Nix's Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. Famous Jameis Winston, 41-32. Jameis Winston goes berserk, 34 passes. 497 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 picks. 2 of them turn into pick sixes. Jerry Jeudy, 9 receptions, 235, 1 touchdown. Elijah Moore, who a lot of people thought was a bust, 8 catches, 111 yards. Then on the flip side, Bo Nix, 18 completions, 294, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. So Gilbert, what did you make of this game?
Yeah, it was a very chaotic game, a fun game at first, Fernando. And by the way, for everybody who thought the curse was going to live on, nope, I picked the Broncos to win, so eat it while I eat this.
That was so close.
But yeah, and blame Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston, that was a game where Winston asked the Lord to deliver him from pick sixes. Yes, Joe Morley. I'm not even sure what the hell that meant, but Jameis Winston is definitely quite the character. And I'll say this. He is not a starting quarterback in the NFL. He's a very good backup, but part of me wants to say for the Browns' sake, he is a starting quarterback because he's better than Deshaun Watson. You want Deshaun Watson around, so maybe get a rookie and then have Jameis Winston kind of compete there. But 2 pick sixes in a game, and then a terrible interception in the end zone when I had the Browns to cover, and I was pissed off because Victor had a terrific day. We went 5-0, were his bets there, so. Overall, I'm annoyed. I'm also annoyed because this Panera Bread doesn't play soft music. But
I wish they were playing Christmas music. That'd be awesome.
Oh, that would have been worse. But I have no idea what the kind of music this is, so I really don't understand it. But people like it here for some reason. And people like Jameis Winston because I saw a bunch of tweets that you showed me, Fernando, where people are saying this guy needs to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. And then 5 minutes later, he has maybe 3-4 interceptions. It wasn't as bad as Kirk Cousins, but it was still Jameis Winston.
Yeah. Vic will be on momentarily. As soon as I give my point on the Monday night game, we will bring Vic and Dan both on to talk about everything that happened in the NFL weekend. And so that Gilbert can make it to his sister's birthday party. Just met her for the first time a couple weeks ago. Very nice. Both of his sisters were very nice. His mother, lovely as well. So definitely excited to meet the Manzano family. I'd never met him before, so it was cool I'd met his brother. I'd met his brother before. His brother and I hit it off right off the bat. So I hadn't met the rest of his family, and that was nice to meet him.
Dad's gonna probably call me out one day for this, and I'll let you guys know later why we got together, but it's not the time yet. But yeah, I was busy hosting, and I couldn't do the whole. I felt bad because it happened to a lot of people, so don't feel bad, Fernando. Me introducing people to just to family and friends to each other.
Oh, we were with Jeff. It was fine.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, like, my mom was like, "Hey, that's the compa. That's the compa that my son is always recording with." And she walked over and did the job for me to introduce herself to you. So that was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, no, definitely. That would be a crazy show, Jorge. If we did the Ramirez and the Manzano Bros, that would be pretty funny.
Honestly, my brother, he's not the most talkative person, but when the conversations come around, you will be surprised about the things he wants to talk about.
Oh, that's why that day that you fell asleep at the UFC thing, and before we went to the UFC, when you picked me up at 7 a.m. from the airport, your brother and I were just watching movies, and like we're cracking jokes, and like I was showing him good movies, and I was like, you need to copy down this list. I was like, I got you, and he starts laughing. But I'm not as impressed with Bo Nix as everybody else is, and I get it. I mean, Troy Aikman and I can't remember the other dude's name. They were fawning over Bo Nix. Anything Bo Nix would, even his interceptions, they were really excited about. And I'm like, dude, like he's good, but like let's relax a little bit. There were some plays where I was telling Dan, I don't understand why they're just doing ups and outs with Cortland Sutton on these like third down plays, and I'm like, why are you not covering? I'm like, what are they doing? And I think Bo Nix is good, but I don't know why everybody's fawning over him. I get it, they're 8-5, they're going into their bye week, but I wasn't overly impressed. I mean, if it wasn't for him hitting that 90-yard touchdown to Mims, it's a different game. So I get it, he made the play, but I'm still a little skeptical on Bo Nix, and Famous Jameis should not be a starting quarterback. Yes, he gives great sound bites, and as reporters, you're like, oh wow, it'd be cool to talk to him. But I just I think he should be a backup. I think that's where he should be, and I feel like at one point maybe Winston had a little bit of I don't know. I thought he tried to play Superman too much yesterday, so I just think that moving forward, he needs to kind of take a step back and realize, hey, maybe it's okay to be a good teammate and not go for the home run. He didn't need to on that play. He did not need to go to more. He should have either thrown it into the ground, taken off running, or something else. But you could tell he got happy feet at the end. Every time he threw a pick, though, when they would go with the camera over to his face, it was funny to see how like his face would just look like what's his name when Richard Sherman, when Russell Wilson threw that pick in the end zone of the Super Bowl against the Patriots. That's exactly that's exactly what his face looked like.
And before we move on to bring the guys on, Fernando, one thing that did annoy me about look, I'm not a Bo Nix hater by any means, but you're right.
No, neither am I.
The hype is out of control, and I got annoyed on the first drive where Troy Aikman kept saying, well, he's a son of a coach here. He's a son of a football coach, so he has to be very good. Of course, he's not going to be a bust because his dad was a coach in the NFL or whatever, coach in college. I'm like, who cares? Like, there's a lot of players who were coached by their dad and weren't very good. But he's a very good quarterback. I have him in my top 3 for Offensive Rookie of the Year. And I know some people don't. There was a lot of hype early on. And the one thing I'll give him credit for, when I saw him in training camp, he was rushing a lot of throws. He was trusting his arm a little too much. He couldn't set his feet. He couldn't really adjust to the defenses. Now he's doing that because credit to Sean Payton. He has a good offense to work with. First read, boom. Don't overthink it. Boom, make your throw, boom. And sometimes that leads to, in a way, Fernando, it's kind of like Brock Purdy, his rookie year, right? It's just he doesn't have Brock Purdy, I guess, he doesn't have the weapons that Brock Purdy had to look as special as Brock Purdy did. And we got fooled with Brock Purdy because that was too soon to crown him as a franchise quarterback. With Bo Nix, I don't get the hype here because he doesn't have those weapons to look as good as Brock Purdy, but we're all hyping him up like he's the next Brock Purdy. But he is a good player.
No, and that pick to Denzel Ward, those safeties and corners were waiting for him to throw a punt up in the air like that, and they finally got one. So he gets a little bit of happy feet, and he trusts his arm a little bit too much. And it's like in college, you probably make that throw, and it's a touchdown. But in the NFL, even that other one, if Denzel Ward was in a better position, he probably picks that one off too to Mims. I can't remember, his first name starts with an M. Marvin Mims, I think. I can't remember his name, but
yeah, Marvin Mims Jr.
But yeah, I think Sean after the season needs to sit down with him and be like, hey, like, you have a good arm, but you need to be a little bit smarter when it comes to this stuff. But Jaden Daniels is 3 times the player of Knicks. Oh, Gilberto will love that one. No, and Gilbert was the one that was there for training camp, and he came back and he's like, I'll tell you one thing, like, he's good, but there's a lot of mistakes. He gets happy feet. He once he gets flustered by the pass rush, he does make a little bit of throws, and it seems like he's kind of the media darling. I thought it would be Caleb Williams. And it seems like Bo Nix right now is the one leading the media. I know everybody's going to say Jaden Daniels, but I feel like some people were already in on Jaden. I think right now it's Bo Nix that has everybody really excited about. Hell, his own head coach said the only reason why he took the Thursday night game against the Chargers is because he wanted everybody in the world to see Bo Nix. And I'm like, be careful what you wish for, because sometimes dreams can turn into nightmares.
You know, one more thing, Fernando, and I'm gonna annoy a lot of people right here.
I can't wait.
There's times where I get confused. Yesterday or Monday, wearing those navy jerseys with the number 10, like he looked like Justin Herbert a little bit.
Those were. I mean, they're both duds.
Type and the uniform, not the players. Don't get pissed off at me. Yeah.
Quack, quack, quack. Yeah, no, I completely.
Yeah, and there you go, both Oregon products.
Yeah, I know exactly. So, all right, Gilbert. Enough of us talking in your little elevator music. Let us bring in the fellas and see what they've got cooking up and how they are doing. Vic, how was Wicked?
It was good. I showed up late to our interview with Eric because we went to go watch Wicked, and it went longer than I thought. I didn't know it was 2 hours and 40 minutes, but I really enjoyed my time. But I want to say to you guys, thank you for coming around on the whole hating on Bo Nix, because I was watching that game last night and I was just like, I hope everybody's seeing what I'm seeing here, because I don't understand the hype. I really don't. Like, he's an average quarterback.
He's Sean Payton.
Yeah. And one of the tweets that really sent me, it came from a former Charger, a certain guy named Chase Daniels, saying, I played with what's his name from the Saints, and Drew Brees for 5 years, and he looks exactly the same. And I'm just like, can we stop with this, please?
Well, Chase Daniels now a media personality, so I think that's.
I'm just waiting for him to say that about a Patriots quarterback and about Herbert. I played with Justin Herbert, and he's the same guy playing for the New England Patriots.
Oh yeah, he'll probably do that soon, but I completely understand. By the way, Eric did talk about our next individual. He was saying he needs the Rams to get it in gear so that he can win the bet against this guy. Actually, hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing a CIF 3-time champion, 2 as a player, 1 as a coach. Let's bring him on, Dan in Daygo.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Before we start anything, Gil, are you in that bed, Gil?
It's like a bed frame, huh? Imagine. Dan, this is your favorite show. I'm not gonna interrupt you like at all because of the stupid music playing here. But yes, congrats on being a CIF champion.
Dude, it sounds like the. By the way, thank you. Oh, there he is, the big Heem in the chat checking in. Shout out, the champ is here, exactly. But I kid you not, the little music back there sounded like the bar, the cantina in Star Wars. Shout out.
Gilbert, I did. It was so funny because I don't know if you saw the video, Gilbert, but I did promise an individual I would play this video because he does shout out Compas on the beat. So let me this was from Dan's game on Saturday. Let me see. Oh.
What did I say last week? I said bring the big hammer, and we got the ring. You know what I mean? Compas on the beat. Shout out, Compas on the beat, baby. Here's to you, Stone Cold. Come on.
That's awesome. You got to get him
He's
on.
gonna put me out of a job. He's gonna be the new promoter over here.
Yes.
So you're developing football players and promo readers. I like it.
Exactly.
Oh, that guy is a promo on his own.
Oh my god, he's the best, dude. He's hilarious.
So Vic, this is for you. From Athir. He says super chat before the season end condition. You have to read it. Do we have a deal?
I don't negotiate with terrorists, and neither does George W. Bush, so I'm good. God only knows what he's going to send in there.
I am not in charge here. It is up to Dan and Daygo, it seems like, because Gilbert he's unavailable because of the music in the background. So
I don't want him
Dan
to read.
and Daygo is making the
some Diddy message or something like that. We don't need any of that.
Surprisingly, Dan is making some good points. So yeah,
what's so secretive? Why don't you send it? And if we'll read it.
Yeah,
we'll read it.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to send some weirdo things, like no thanks, I'm gonna pass on it. Respectfully. Didn't this guy still owe us like 10 grand? He said he was gonna send 10 grand or something, right? I forgot what it was.
$5 grand.
$5 grand. I'll take 5.
Yeah, I cede my whatever Dan says. That's how this goes. So Dan, whatever you say.
I don't know. Send us a hint. I'm not trying to play this guessing game in the dark.
What Dan, what was your week 13 takeaway?
My week 13 takeaway. Why don't you remind me what there you go.
There you go.
Oh no. We should change this segment to not Dan and Daygo's week 13 takeaway to Gilberto watch. That's all it is. You just watch all his teams. I'm gonna start keeping up with the Kraken just to see what they're doing ever since you've worn that hat. Okay, it's about the Chargers. Okay, why don't you send it then? Okay. I just gotta make sure it's nothing weird like that. But the Cardinals, who'd they lose to again?
The Vikings, 23-22.
Oh,
Gilberto's
that's
Vikings
right.
against Gilberto's Cardinals.
He was very conflicted. But you know what Gilberto likes to do is sit on the fence, and whoever comes out the winner, he jumps on that side. He's like
who?
I was always.
Who does that
Eddie
also?
Eddie and JC the whole time. Stupid Panera music. Oh, but he's not at Panera, right? Is that where he is?
Yes,
you're filming this shit in Panera.
I was trying to make it home and I couldn't make it. Super
You're
sad.
at a Panera?
You think I have this as my bed frame?
I don't know. I thought you were at somebody's house. That's even.
Is that a
funnier.
hotel?
Yeah.
Can you
it's
ask
definitely like
them
a
to
Motel 5 color.
Panera, if you're watching this, sponsor us, okay? We just did a live shot from your place. Come on.
We really like your broccoli soup, please.
Coca-Cola, shout out. Reach out to your boy.
Dan, RFK is gonna get rid of that. No, don't say it. Never mind.
Okay,
No.
Don't get me started on my Coca-Cola now. Don't get me started.
No.
Don't get me started.
One of Dan's buddies is like, Dan's
The
gonna go down
cheese-eating bastard. You can say his nickname.
He's like, he's gonna go down to Mexico and bring a bunch of Coca-Cola from down there and import it into the US if he does that.
Dude, I would be the biggest smuggler of Coke Zero in the nation. The nation.
Obviously, the Cardinals lost. Dan, do you think now the Washington Commanders they right the ship? Do you think the Commanders?
Yeah, that was after like 4 losses in a row, right?
After he picked them to go to the Super Bowl.
Oh my goodness! Does Washington not deal with enough? Do we need to go into the history of what's been going on in Washington?
No. All right.
I can't take this anymore, Dan. Forget you. Yeah, go ahead, Fernando.
Who cares? As long as you don't get hit with a copyright, jump in.
Vic, why don't you give us yours?
Mine is, I just got to give a shout out to the second year quarterbacks, Anthony Richardson and Bryce Young, and their response after the benching. They've been playing really great. I know a lot of people were saying, hey, it was kind of a fluke what he did against the Chiefs, and he came back against the Buccaneers and had a great game. And I honestly, as much hate as I give the Broncos, and rightfully so, just because I just think it's a fraud team. And the guy that should be getting the credit is the defensive coordinator instead of Sean Payton. I even heard about people saying that he should be up for Coach of the Year, but that's besides the point. My thing is, if the Colts can get in, I would really root for them to get into the playoffs. I like to see Anthony Richardson. I know that was one of Gilbert's guys, and I really
better be careful now.
and with Shane Steichen, we've seen what he can do with quarterbacks, Herbert, Jalen Hurts. We've seen what he can do with them. And I know that a lot of people got on Anthony Richardson because he tapped out, but I really like what I've seen from both of these quarterbacks, and it's good. Like, you're also seeing, like, hey, this is how you develop guys. You let them play and you let them, go out there and be themselves. And we've seen a great improvement from both of these guys. So it's just awesome to see, because a lot of people give up on young quarterbacks too soon. And so that was my biggest takeaway, is give these guys more of a chance.
Look, this guy right here, this Compas on the beat, is probably a fat guy from his mom's basement sending us bullshit. So, but you
running back,
and it's AR5, not
gets
15.
carried.
AR5.
He got that wrong.
It's AR5.
He got that wrong. He got that wrong. He's gonna be like, oh well.
No,
That's true.
Okay.
Vic, going back to that, if we're being completely honest, sometimes you need to show guys tough love. It's okay to bench a guy if he's not doing well. Show him a little something. Like, look, last night Sean Payton benched that corner that was getting burned. I think he for 2 series he sat him. Then he brings him in at the end of the game and he gets a game
Levi
sealing
Wallace.
interception. Yeah. There you go. So I mean, it's one of those things where it's okay to bench him, and now obviously I think the Colts are a game or 2 behind.
They're
the
2
Texans?
behind the Broncos. Yeah.
Oh,
I was
but
gonna
how
say
many are they
also,
behind?
either
the
way, the guy
the
pulled
division?
himself out of a game for being gassed, dude. Like, come on, just call a run play, catch your breath, and move on to the next. Don't tap out. You don't tap out as a quarterback. Is Gilberto just going to be a mute up there the whole time? Is he like am I going to have to ventriloquist his ass or what?
Athir says that his order of Compas is Dan number 1, Victor number 2, me number 3, and Gilbert number 4 because he's a Coach Harbaugh hater.
Oh, so are you the guy who goes to those interviews and tries to work them up? Is that you? What is he? What the hell is this? I can't work with this. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? He's just a mute? What happened? Is he getting copyrighted over there? Does he not have AirPods?
Can you hear the music, Dan?
Somebody's going to think he's having a stroke at Panera.
Can you hear it? No music?
No.
Okay.
What about the music?
Dan, I'm guessing you miss me. You like to argue with me. I'm guessing you're the one.
Yeah, I'm just. It's like I'm punching a wall. I don't want to punch a wall. I want to punch you. It's like I'm talking to myself.
I don't even know what you said. I'm like reading the comments and responding.
What
to
a
people.
piece of shit! This is the things I have to deal
like
with on a weekly basis.
Like a Reddit check.
Oh my god! Why don't you write a blog? www.whogivesashit.com. How about that?
Okay, it's a good name. It's probably taken, but yeah, I could take it.
Okay, fine.
All right, let us.
Can you not hear me? I thought you just mute yourself.
No, I was tuning you out because I was reading the comments, but yeah.
What a scumbag.
What a scumbag. I want to ask you and Vic, because Gilbert and I always give our takes on stuff. So I want to ask you guys, Vic, I'll start with you. Top 5 quarterbacks right now.
Ooh, that's a good question. Ooh, damn, way to put me on the spot there. Okay, I'm gonna say Josh Allen 1 right now. Okay. I'll put Justin Herbert in the top 5, just with everything he's doing right now. I'm gonna put Lamar Jackson in the top 5 as well. That's a good question.
Brett said exact Coke Zero.
I wish I was drinking.
What am I missing here from the top 5? Because there hasn't been great quarterback play this season. If I'm being completely honest,
you want to put the guy from Washington on there?
No,
the team that must not be named.
No,
Joe Burrow's top 5. I don't care.
Joe Burrow, you're right. Joe Burrow's top 5.
God, they're like the Chargers from 2023. They just can't.
Yeah.
No, 2021. They just can't win. Put teams away.
And,
Athir brings up a good point. What do you think of Hurts?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. Just because I honestly, they're winning with I can't put Jalen Hurts in there though. Like
they're winning with
because they're we saw it in the second half what he's been able to do. Give me
maybe that's what wins them a Super Bowl finally is putting Jalen Hurts in the back seat and kind of going with Saquon.
Yeah, I honestly, those would be my top 4. I can't even think of a top 5 if
No,
I'm being
I'm pretty sure that's what lost them the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. They took the ball out of there. Who did they have at the time? They had two good running backs, I think.
No, remember Jalen had that fumble coming out of the half and they ran it back for a touchdown.
Don't even remind
I mean,
me.
Jared Goff.
No, what I'm
hasn't been
saying here
good.
is now you have Saquon Barkley who can
And Mahomes hasn't been good. Are we talking about like right now?
Yeah,
like,
right now. Right
He's
now.
talking about right now.
Yeah, no,
In
Mahomes
week
hasn't been
14
good
or whatever
enough.
this is.
He said Jared
Yeah.
Goff.
Jared Goff. He hasn't been good. He threw 5 interceptions. Yeah, like that's
Oh
that's
yeah,
the problem.
against
Jordan
against
Love. And, like I'm
Gilberto's
going down the
team,
line
right?
and
Yeah.
Jared Goff or Jared Love is whatever his name is. Ass. Caleb Williams is Gilberto's favorite.
Damn, they could beat
besides
the Lions this week.
Russell Wilson and kiss
no,
my
not
ass.
Russell
dude. No,
Wilson.
thanks,
I'm
dude.
What are you
sorry.
talking about? 414 yards and 3
Yeah.
touchdowns on those Bengals.
You know what? A certain individual that's a good friend of Gilbert would probably say AOC is right now a top 5 quarterback
Oh,
after the performance.
Oh, they're cracking
That
out the
makes
starters
sense.
right now for all
Yeah.
offseason. AOC
Oh
for
my
starting
God.
quarterback.
AOC.
Oh, you know
AOC.
what? You know who might be Sam Darnold?
I
that's
can
what
make
I
a
would
case
put.
for
Stafford?
Sam Darnold, especially
That's
the
what I
last
would've
2
put.
weeks. Yeah, especially the last 2 weeks how he's let them. Yeah, I only have 4 guys. I'm actually more intrigued as to what Dan's going to give us. Is it going to be all Herbert 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5?
You know what I would
Basically.
love? I'd love to
This is
know
number
if the
5.
Vikings win the Super Bowl, if Gilberto's in the locker room and they turn to him, they're like, "You're the reason why we won this Super Bowl. We have your
Oh,
order."
are
and
you
then-
kidding
That'd
me?
be awesome.
Are
They
you
have,
kidding
they have
me?
no Super Bowls. They could thank me. They'll put
He's doing
shrine
a
in the city.
punishment if they win the Super Bowl. I want everyone to know
Imagine
that.
if they flip the record as to what he predicted. He said 3-14. Imagine if the Vikings go 14-3.
How many have they lost? 2?
Well, check,
3,
check
2.
their schedule. They need only one loss.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Well, they play the Lions and the Packers once more. So maybe.
Dan,
they'll
what
beat
is
the
your
Lions or the Packers?
Dan? What are your top 5 quarterbacks right now?
Okay, here we go. Real quiet, real quick. Spitfire. Justin Herbert, young goat, playing with a bunch of bag boys who can't even catch a damn pass when it hits them right in the chest. Number 2, let's see.
You shouldn't hit him in the chest, right, Dan? Just the hands.
It hits him in the hands. It hits him in the chest. They can't do either. It pisses me off, dude. But I'm not trying to get into it. I'm not trying to work myself up. We can't do more for you. If you're open, catch the damn ball. I don't know how much more.
Did you see what somebody just sent you?
Show Lad McConkey more respects to come back. Okay, one guy out of the 5 that are out there, son of Satan over there. Justin Herbert, 1, obviously. Josh Allen's playing well. He beat the Chiefs. I'll give him that. Give him their first L. Okay, I'm not really going to count the running backs because I don't really believe in their throwing abilities. It might just be a gap for me, 1 and 2, and then everybody
Did you
else.
see that, Dan?
Will Disley, this guy's an idiot. No, he's a damn body catcher also. What are you talking about? Might be as Goose? Who taught you how to spell Goose? It feels like I'm reading Little Nail's text right now, like an imbecile's messaging me. But what was I gonna say? I just don't think any other quarterback's really been playing well. Well, Jared Goff has his moments. Sam Darnold's had his moments, but he struggled.
Dan, can you believe that your quarterback
Mahomes
only
has
thrown
struggled.
one interception this season?
Oh, well, he's a son of Odin, baby. He could throw it through. He could thread the needle right there, the hole of the needle
Through
or
their
whatever.
hands.
He'll sling it through. Don't even get me started. My God, don't even get me started.
All right, let us go.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody really. I
okay.
think everybody else has been kind of whatevers.
Let us go to the Compas NFL Power Rankings.
Definitely not
Gilbert.
worth the money some of these fools have been getting
Who we're
paid.
starting with?
Gilbert. Is it a good time, Gilbert, or not?
Can you hear it? I don't know, but it's a song that I don't recognize, so maybe we're good.
ahead.
If you can't recognize it, I think we're good. Number 1, Detroit Lions, who got lucky there because of Matt Eberflus being a Flus, whatever you want to call him. I don't know, but he's not a good coach. There you go. He's gone.
Moment of silence.
There you go. Moment of silence for Matt Eberflus. Number 2, Philadelphia Eagles. I got the Eagles surging up there, passing the Bills, passing the Chiefs. I don't know. The one thing about the Eagles, they did show me a lot, beating the Ravens. And I'm trying to find a reason for why I rank them ahead of the Bills. I can't really find one. I just don't like the Bills for some reason. The Bills have shown me who they are in years past. At least the Eagles have made it to a Super Bowl within the last 3 years. So I'm going to put the Eagles number 2 over the Bills. Number 4, Those Chiefs, man. I'm starting to get worried, guys. I know you can't believe it, Dan, but
He's sweating.
I'm
sweating.
sweating. I am concerned. It could be a one and done Chiefs team. I can't believe I'm saying that, but they're
I
number
don't know
4.
what he'll do with himself if he's not in. If they're not in the playoffs further.
I know.
Man.
Imagine like a AFC title game without the Chiefs. I'm gonna lose.
Wow,
This
he might shed a tear.
year. I might. And then number 5, those Vikings, man. They beat the Gilberto curse, and they're also beating the number 5 power ranking curse. They're still number 5 in my book.
Wow.
By the way, Dan, Eric Williams decided to go with the Rams this week, and they play the Bills. He went Rams because he said he needs to be
He
saved.
needs to stay alive. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Let me look up their schedule actually real quick.
They play the Bills this weekend.
No, I know.
And then they play the
the rest of the
49ers, then the Jets,
for a week.
then the Cardinals, and they finish with the Seahawks.
Oh yeah, they could lose plenty of those.
Vic, why don't you go?
All right, mine is Lions 1, Bills 2, Eagles 3, Vikings 4, and Chiefs number 5. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much losing. I'm on the edge of putting the Chiefs out. They continue to not cover. They continue to blow games. The Vikings, I mean, I don't know. I guess their motivation is Gilbert because they just continue to win with Sam Darnold. And then the Eagles have shown me like I still have my concerns with the Eagles. There's some, Vic Fangio is doing a great job. And then offensively, they're just pretty much Kellen Moore. What he's doing is he's like, hey, I have a great offensive line, and I'm just gonna keep running the ball. And if you can't beat me that way, then be it. But and I like that. I mean, he's just going old school. And then the Bills, I mean, we saw what they did to the 49ers, but Eric made a great point. Like, they play a lot of DBs in their secondary, and if they run into like a team like we saw with the Ravens, where they can, or the Eagles, they're gonna get run out of the building. So that's kind of a concern. And then the Lions, the injuries are starting to pile up, though, man, and that's a bit of a concern for me going forward. I want to see what happens with the Lions. This is, I think you brought it up, Fernando. They brought in
Quan Alexander.
Yeah, I mean, Quan Alexander, who feels like he's been a linebacker for 20 years now, with how many teams he's been on lately. But yeah, I mean, that's my top 5.
Dan, say his name. I know you want to.
Senor, what's up, my guy? I love what Brett says here too. Brett says the Chiefs sacrifices must be crazy to keep them in the win column. I can't agree more. They're on every single list.
I'll go next. I went Chiefs number 1. Still, nobody's beating them. They're close. Ain't nobody beating them yet. So I still kept them number 1. Lions number 2. Bills number 3. Eagles number 4.
You're so lucky. I want to show you my favorite sign language thing that I've learned over the years, and I can't show it to you right now.
And now the moment that we've all been waiting for, Dan's bottom 5.
Right, bottom 5. The Raiders, they pissed me off. Unbelievable. They just pissed away that game. The Chiefs is unbelievable. I don't know how they keep doing it. They must be, allegedly sacrificing certain living things to stay in the W column. I mean, Satan just keeps rolling. Max Crosby, because he didn't get after Mahomes like he should have, studied a little Derwin James tape to try and, really get ready for the game and see how he should tackle people. The Saints screwed me because they lost to the Rams, and obviously I have my bet going with Sir Eric. I need to win that. I've already lost one bet, so I'm not happy about that. And famous Jameis, someone needs to, remove the medical license of the guy who got him LASIK, because Jesus name, he was confused on who the hell was on his team all freaking night. Unbelievable. 14 points off of interceptions. Crazy.
One of the best things about watching his games too is like whenever they do the close up into his helmet, he's always like with his eyes like
yeah.
I don't
like
think
the craziest part is too is like everyone's like, oh, he's a starter. We've seen this from Jameis. We know he can pass. His problem's always been turnovers. I'll never forget the year he led the league in completions, I think, passing yards, touchdowns, and then turnovers also.
Yeah, 30 and 30.
30 and 30. And that's when they went to go get Tom Brady that offseason. And famous Jameis, like everybody was pissed off because Jameis had nowhere to go. And I think he ended up going to New Orleans. So Yeah,
That's
I
what I'm
definitely
saying.
agree
Like
with that.
you've seen this from famous Seamus. Like this isn't anything new.
All right, let's go to last week, picking the 5 games. Last week we all went 3-2. I was screwed by the Jets were up 21-7. I'm pissed. I couldn't believe that the ayahuasca freaking guy couldn't get it done,
He's
but
trying to burn that place to the ground, dude. He's starting to see where he's gonna go next year.
Johnson, he's trying to burn it to the ground. He's like, nope, I'm
doing
picking
it.
these guys
Oh
now.
no, I couldn't do the accent right now. I was
Yeah,
trying
and
to do
it's
the
weird how
UK
we all
voice.
got to 3-2 too, because like we didn't pick the same games. It was just
We only
weird
picked one game the same.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. All right, let's pick this week's games.
Oh, you forgot
Let us start it off. First game, Packers at Lions on Thursday Night Football. I am going to use my underdog here. I will go with the Packers.
You're terrible.
Gilbert.
Wow, I thought I was gonna be bold here, Fernando, but I'm gonna roll with you. You're not gonna like that, so give me the Packers too.
Oh,
Loser.
Dan.
I was not expecting this. I know who you're going with.
Give me the Lions.
Yeah.
Vic.
I was actually expecting everybody to go with the Lions. Now you guys
That
kind of threw a
defense
curveball
worries
here.
me, and I think Josh Jacobs is going to go crazy on them.
Yeah, I think you're right. But just for the sake of here, because you guys went with the Packers, I'm gonna roll with Dan here and go with the Lions. Yeah, give me the Lions.
Jaguars at Titans. I'm actually really excited about this. I will go with the Titans.
Jesus name. This is a bottom feeding pick.
Gilbert.
I need a couple upsets here, and I think when I did my SI picks, I only had like 3 upsets, and they're very hard to find. And I just settled on those stupid Jaguars. Like, give me the Jaguars to beat the Titans.
Dan.
All right, I'll take the Titans.
Vic.
Give me the Jaguars.
All right, so you guys are going to go with Mac Jones.
It's burning. Yeah, it's burning.
Seahawks at Cardinals.
Oh my God. A 50-50.
I'm going to do it. Go Hawks. Gilbert.
This was a tough one, but I'm not gonna leave one of my teams. You know, I'm a committed person here, so give me the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh God.
Dan.
I'm gonna go with my boy, Senor Vive-moi. Go Hawks. I got the Hawks.
Vic.
Give me the Seahawks.
All right. Bears at 49ers. I will go with the 49ers. Shit. Oh, no.
This is the week of the bottom feeder.
Yes,
No. No, I'll stay. I'll go 49ers. Gilbert?
Yeah, I'm not going to touch the Bears. Give me the 49ers.
Dan?
I'll go with the Niners.
Vic?
I'll be the one. I say that the Bears get a new coach bump here, and I'll take the Bears. I'll be the lone wolf here. All right, here we go.
All right, last game. Chargers at Chiefs.
You
I
sons of
will
bitches.
go with the Chiefs.
You sons of bitches.
Gilbert.
You went with the
I've been
Chiefs,
thinking about this one
Fernando?
all week. It's a tough one.
Lad McConkey, I don't even know if he's going to practice. Like, Lad looked really messed up on Sunday.
You know, DJ Chark, man, I worry about that guy all the time. He could probably light up my Chiefs here, but you know what? I'm taking the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs.
You know, I'll tell you one thing. If there was a game that Quentin is going to go off, it's this game. Because their corners are pretty bad. But, all right, Dan.
He has to catch the football first.
You know what? I'll go Vic first. Vic?
Yeah. I would have really liked, if we're giving it like a good analysis here, if the Chargers go after they use their tight ends, and if they had better tight ends, I would have really liked them, because the Chiefs just can't cover tight ends for some reason this season. But there's something with the Chiefs I just can't go up against right now. And so give me the Chiefs here.
If J.K. Dobbins was in this game, I would have leaned more that way. But without, everything's going to rely on Herbert again, and it's
Spagnuolo's going to take him away.
All
He's
right,
gonna take Herbert away. All right, Dan.
I can't do it. I hate the Chiefs. Give me the boys. Give me the boys. I hate those sons of bitches.
Tar Heap still another pick six, Dan?
Exactly. The defense is going to
Why are
score
you
14
thinking about
points.
it, Dan? I'm surprised.
Well, because part of me is like, okay, how do I save my lead dog stature? But at the same time, I'm kind of like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to ever say they're going to win anything. I'm tired of it. I don't want to see it. So if they upset, oh, you better be ready for next Tuesday. I'm going to go freaking wild. But my biggest thing is like, I just don't understand how
the
Chargers 5 sacks, 4 picks from this bitch. There you go. There you go. But it's just I just don't understand how you're supposed to win games when number one, you know, you can't do the simple things, which is catch the football when you're open. When it hits you straight in the hands from the son of Odin, what more do you want? And it's like, I don't know how they're going to put up points. Maybe it's a 3-0 game. Maybe it's a 3-0 game and the Chargers pick it up. And that's the other thing. They played them really close, even though King Rye has a point right here. Alton Slater weren't playing the last time they faced each other. JK is going to be out again.
And Herbert was hurt, remember?
And Herbert was hurt. Yeah, that's the other thing. So, I mean, I think the biggest question is going to be, how are they going to move the football? How are they going to score? Because I think the defense will be fine. I think they'll, especially if Perryman and who was the other one who was
Cam Hart.
Cam Hart. If they both play, I think they'll hold them.
Because Dan does not want to see number 36 on the field.
I do not. I am not a fan of that guy. I get pissed every time I see him because they're going to pick on him. You know who I hope keeps playing is Tony Jefferson. I think he balled out. Shout out to Tony. I think he balled out
for the rest of the season now, or he's still going back to practice?
Oh, good,
squad?
good. No. Keep his ass in
And
there.
I think and Jim really went out of his way on Monday to talk about how impressed he was with Tony. Tony's aggression is what started the defense. Like Tony kept on making a bunch
tackles. He was coming up and hitting hard. Yeah,
and Tony's not scared. He's going to use his body.
Good.
I just want to say one more thing. Just and I'm not going to be on What's Up Bolts, and you guys will probably make this point. But one of the things that I'm actually really looking forward to in this game is the fact that you're going to see a Chargers team go on the road and play in a cold weather game. If you're gonna do something in the playoffs, you need to get ready for that. And so I think that's my biggest thing for this team is seeing how they hold up in, besides the injuries that you guys all pointed out. I want to see how this defense holds up in a cold weather game. And I think the key to this matchup is going to be holding the Chiefs running game, from getting started. I think with
Kareem Hunt
and Pacheco and Kareem Hunt, if you can hold them, that's what the Raiders did. Like they just took away their running game and they made those receivers try to beat them. I honestly can't wait to see what Jesse Minter cooks up for Mahomes and company in this game.
This is the second time they're going to see each other too.
Yeah, exactly.
So definitely.
And the other thing is too, right? Anyone who plays the Chargers now has to understand if it's a low scoring game, you're playing into the Chargers' hands. That's what they want to do. They want to keep it low scoring, obviously, because number one, they can't really come from behind. They don't have the weapons. Oh, Uncle Jam, I hope to hell that happens. But you know what? Why go for the middleman? Let's take out the main guy. Do it to number 15. Do it to his ass. Let's see how that goes. But that's my thing. I think,
you guys can keep talking about this game, but I gotta get going.
Yeah, let's finish up here.
We're on Gilberto's time.
You guys don't need me. You guys are doing well.
Okay, real
I'm
quick.
enjoying the conversation, but
real quick.
I gotta get going.
All right. Well, have him jump off then. If you need to go,
Gilbert.
Yeah.
All right.
Have fun, fellas. Thank you for being flexible and being patient. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Keep breaking.
He's the worst. Just get him out. Get him out. He's already jumping out. Let's just go. No one wants to hear. Damn it.
Fine.
From his bedroom. No, I'm just kidding. There he is. There he is.
O.J. Simpson's ex-bodyguard claims to have murder confession recording now in cops' hands.
Dude, I hope that's true. I hope that's true. That was the biggest problem, dude. Like, you remember when he came out with the story of Brett? Oh,
I got it. Sorry.
Okay. Panera's going to close on him. Oh my God. But that was the biggest. You remember the story that came out? Oh, I don't go to LA because I'm scared to I'm going to run into the killer. That's hilarious to me. I would love to know finally, is the legend true or not? Did he do it or did he not?
Yeah, well, Vic, what do you think of this?
I mean, it's pretty hilarious. I mean,
it's
we kind of
hilarious.
know what happened, but hey, as long if he does have a confession, go ahead and
Remember
put
what
it
that
out there.
reporter?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was crazy, dude. Like,
Dan, I don't know if you knew this, but Aziz Al Shahir got
Yes.
suspended for the
I
knockout
did
that he
see that,
had of
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. This is what their GM, Nick Caserio, former Patriot, came out and said.
And I probably speak for a lot of teams, not only the Houston Texans, but I think that's all teams ask for is consistency from the league. And I'd say in this situation, I mean, quite frankly, there's no consistency at all relative to the level of discipline that's been handed down. So when you go back, let's look at this season. Okay, we had multiple situations, multiple examples. All right, two really good players, I would say. Branch ejected against Green Bay, right? Plays the next week against us. Okay, Derwin ejected. All right, got suspended for one game.
Thank you.
Derwin's a great player, and Derwin's had some other situations.
Oh, he can kiss my ass. He's gonna throw my blade into the
we know
butt.
well organizationally here. Kareem Jackson,
Roger already hate us.
was ejected, fined, ejected, and then suspended after 3 games. So we're going to say Aziz Al-Shaair, who nobody embodies our program more than Aziz, what he's about, what he's been through. You all know his story. There's not a more selfless individual, more about the team who's earned the respects that represents everything that we want this program to be about. I mean, this morning he was at a United Way event. So we're talking about some of the commentary that has been made about his character, about the person that he is, about what his intentions are from people that, quite frankly, don't know anything about Aziz Al-Shaair. Okay. And for the league to make some of the commentary that they made about lack of sportsmanship, lack of coachability, lack of paying attention to the rules, quite frankly, it's embarrassing. So I think the big thing from our, and I talk about a player who's never been suspended, never been ejected. So now we're saying that he's going to be suspended for 3 games. So look, it is what it is. I think the big thing from our standpoint, and all teams want this, is just some level of consistency. And we've talked to the league, quite frankly, but we don't have a good explanation. D'Amico talked to them yesterday. So, I mean, it is what it is.
What the hell does Roger know?
Well, remember, Derwin said the same thing, that they didn't even speak to him. Like, they just told him, hey, you're going to be suspended.
It's ridiculous. But, like, again, that's what happens at the league office. Like, these guys don't know what they're doing. They're a bunch of, Princeton types who've never touched a field. They have all they know how to do is just type, write a nice piece of paper, put a memo somewhere, and all us blue collar regular guys, we just wipe our ass with those memos. We don't care. Those guys have no idea what's going on.
Honestly, he should have just led with the second part of it about how good of a person he is instead of throwing people under the bus. And I'll say this, I think part of the reason why it became such a big thing is because people were talking about it. Like, I was watching the game, and then I had Megan next to me, and I asked her. She knows nothing about football. She knows nothing about sports, and she was like, he should be suspended as long as that guy who got hurt is out. And I thought, well, that's actually makes sense. As long as Trevor Lawrence is out, he should be out. But like you guys said, like, why are you throwing the other guys under the bus? It just makes no sense. It just makes you look worse.
Oh, that to me, and honestly, I'll counter that. It makes sense 100% because he's like, what he's trying to show is that there's no consistency on what the infraction happens. You know what I mean? Like it's like a speeding ticket. If I get arrested for a speeding ticket, the other guy gets fined. Those are 2 different penalties. You know what I'm saying? For the same crime. So I totally agree with that because he's trying to basically say, this foreign player had, the guy in charge of suspended. That's funny.
John Runyon used to be really dirty.
Yes, that's funny. But you know what I mean? Like, so that part's fine with me because he's trying to show that there's no consistency.
Oh, and he's showing Derwin's been suspended before.
Yeah, but this guy has no rap sheet is what he was getting at. So that makes sense. Okay. But like for me, the biggest thing is like, okay, then let's eliminate the QB slide. If QB's gonna run, he's gonna have to, take a hit standing up. Or why not just get rid of the slide or get out of bounds? Because the problem with the slide is sometimes these assholes are pretty slick.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll do it extremely late, and then they get smacked in the math.
Patrick
and the problem
does that.
is like, if you're
yeah.
Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
No, I was saying Patrick Mahomes does that.
Oh, yeah. But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, either, get rid of the slide or have them, they have to make the slide early, or I don't know, but I don't think giving yourself up because again, what people fail to understand is that this is a full speed contact sport. So when you're going for a tackle as he commences the slide, it's going to look pretty ugly. I mean, I don't remember the video by memory, but I know that's happened a few times where they start that slide pretty late. And
Remember Flacco and Kiko Alonso?
Yeah, and let's be real. The other part of it is too, they want to take that hit. Well, obviously without getting, knocked out or whatever, but because they'll take the penalty. They're probably looking for the penalty when they slide late. Yeah. So that's my thing right there. They need to figure this part out. Like, don't get rid of the hip drop tackle. Get rid of the slide. The slide's fine with me. If you want to avoid this for player safety, that's fine by me. I have no problem. Get rid of the slide.
And when we were on House of Horns, Vic is like, Frown, there's been no Colorado stuff lately. Why has there not been a Colorado thing?
Yes.
And I'm like, you know what, Vic? You are completely right.
Yes.
Jordan Seaton, offensive tackle for Colorado, was gifted a Maybach.
I like what you're doing. Hold up. All right, Jimmy. I appreciate you.
By his quarterback, Shador Sanders.
Be safe.
What's a Maybach?
What you doing right here, man?
Oh, my God.
Okay, Shador. Okay, everybody winning. I like to see it. That's how it's supposed to be.
This is
and
so
guess
wrong.
who was recording?
They should. Oh, obviously Dion Jr. probably.
No, Shiloh, right?
No, it was Dion Jr.
I was going to say
Lord.
Dion Jr. because I don't know if you know this. Dion Jr.'s a success in his own right.
Oh yeah,
he has a great media company and everything else.
Wow.
But then you ask me what his main content is. Oh, well, that's Daddy. He Daddy Prime. That's what he does. He really gets into all that.
Dan,
like,
right now.
So let me ask you guys
anywhere
something.
from $200,000 to $340,000.
Who?
A Maybach can cost anywhere from $200,000 to $300,000.
This is a joke, dude. This is so wrong on so many levels. For exactly, Brett. Thank you for reminding me. Don't forget about Shiloh now. But this is so wrong on so many levels that these, college kids have access to so many of these things. Like, it's not going to end well. People tried to do this in an ultra, I don't know, and with good intentions. I don't think it's going to work out that way, and I don't think it has worked out that way.
The Wild Wild West.
Yeah, basically.
What were you going to say?
I was going to ask you guys. So where does Junior go? Does he follow? Does he stay with Colorado or does he follow?
No,
Shador?
Junior. I think, or Shiloh's a fifth year. Shiloh's a fifth year, so he has to go. Shador's a senior, so. But I think you guys are. I think the Raiders are going to have the second overall pick, and I think Jacksonville's going to go Travis Hunter, and I think the Raiders would go Shador, and then I think the Raiders would have to draft Shador.
Yeah, and then the Raiders play the Jaguars in a couple weeks.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope the Raiders lose that. I told Gilbert, I was like, we have to go to that press conference. I want to go to that press conference so bad. I want to see what, like, they're gonna have pyro, they're gonna have all kinds of stuff.
I'm telling you, I don't.
They're gonna have his song playing when he walks in.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I am gonna be so jealous of Adam, Paul, and Vic.
That is not a good idea.
They're gonna be able to cover Shador week in and week out.
Don't worry.
What do you think? Let me ask you guys this, because you guys know Tom Telesco.
I was about to say, yeah.
If Tom Telesco is there, does he pull the trigger on Shador?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
He's a Cam Ward. He would go Cam Ward.
He's not a. He doesn't like the flash.
Because coming out of college, Tua was the flashy player, and Herbert was the blue collar. Here
we go with this again. I'm telling you, he took him because he was there. Let's not add any more.
Speaking of Colorado,
away any less.
It was senior,
because he was there.
It was senior night, so Deion Sanders walked with his boys, and notice what happens at the end.
The safety, number 21, Shiloh Sanders.
So Deion's walking, and look who comes up to them, their mother, and look what Deion does. Deion
dips
out.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
His ex-wife. So he did.
Are they all with the same mom? But he's remarried, right?
No, he's single right now.
Oh, he just got divorced.
Yeah, I think he just got divorced.
Oh, that's crazy.
2 more things and then we can head out. Dan, you know Joe Burrow did exactly what you've been wanting for since you were a little kid.
Oh, what's this? Oh, that's so sick.
Did you get it yet, though?
I don't get it for like a year, but I bought it.
A year?
That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy.
Oh, I have seen that.
You gotta go to the business man when he had the ass eye thing on.
I think I gotta go all in and go for like the expensive hats.
The suit and all.
All right, it's from Max, and I don't want to get copywritten.
That's so sick, dude.
But he bought the tumbler. He bought the tumbler.
Yeah, I wouldn't get the tumbler. I'd get the Michael Keaton one.
You know what happened though, right? Because they saw that you can have a Cybertruck, they're like, oh well, let's get a tumbler. Let's be able to get a tumbler too, and they got a tumbler.
Why not? Why not? I would get it too. That's what I've said. That's what I tell the kids all the time. If I was able to, get a dream car that's kind of like not a Batmobile, I would do fully loaded Chevy Silverado, or I do a Challenger or something like that. But if I'd go extravagant, no, God no, gasoline all the way. But if I had enough, I was going to say that, but no, I've never driven a diesel car. But if I could drive a tank, that's hilarious. But if I could have enough money to actually spend on one of them, I would get a Batmobile 100%.
Honestly, this actually wouldn't be. I mean, I don't know if Brian Daboll's going to be there, King Rye, but Shador with Malik Neighbors, I mean, that actually would be.
Yeah, but I don't think that fixes any. That's what I was going to say.
The Raiders have a better offensive line than the Giants do, and I feel like they think if they give them a good offensive line, and they have Jacoby Myers, they have a 2 tight end set that is lethal. So yeah, why are you calling me Francisco, Uncle Jam? That's rude.
He just wants to call you. He said it that way so he can call you Don Francisco.
Oh, okay, my bad. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't see that.
What up, Daygo? What up?
Dan, one last thing just for you. I know you love this guy.
Yes.
I like big time players that make big time plays and help their team get big time road victories. Guys like Leonard Williams of the Seattle Seahawks. I mean, did you see that 92-yard interception return? And then he has a sack that closes out the Jets. Oh! Guys like Saquon Barkley of the Philadelphia Eagles. He goes into Baltimore against the number 2 rushing defense, 107 yards and a touchdown. He's closing in on Eric Dickerson's single-season rushing record.
Okay, he's got to do the face. Okay.
Steelers. How do you pass for 414 yards and 3 touchdowns? I didn't throw for that many yards in my career.
Yeah, he's got to do the face.
Oh, he has his own merch? Oh, I might have to go snag some merch. I love Gruden, dude. I keep telling Frau, I just wish for the life of me, I wish he could go each 32 teams and stay with them for like a week or whatever and let him do some coaching stuff or some videos and watch film, just because it would be amazing. It would be better than any Hard Knocks they've done.
And you know what's crazy? He could hit all 32 if they started in training camp.
Yeah.
And with the bye weeks and everything, he could definitely hit.
Go on the field, watch. Obviously, you can't really.
I'd watch something like that. I would definitely watch something like that.
John Gruden, hit up your boys. We got some ideas. We're idea.
I wonder
guys.
if he'll be at Super Bowl Radio Row now that he's the person.
I hope to God he is.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? He's working for Barstool now.
Dude,
so
I'd be stalking that dude. I'd be like, hey, come over here. We got.
Please, God. We'll play the Nicey song for you.
I mean, he should be a candidate for that job too.
For which one?
In New Orleans.
Ooh,
what job?
Saints? Oh, because he knows a lot of the people that are there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I would love to see him.
Honestly, like Gruden, I would honestly, I wouldn't do interview. I wouldn't do the interview. I'd just have Dan and Gruden sit there and look at each other, and both of them just go, "Oh,
yeah."
Let me tell you something, man.
But
again, wood if you're with me.
and have him do the play that what's his name, Chris Sims couldn't do.
Scatter to West right tight, F left. Fuck. Scatter to West right tight, F left, 372 Y stick Z spot. I can't believe I didn't muster it out the first time.
Dude, can you imagine if Dan actually brought that up with him and he told him, I'm like that.
Chris Sims walks by.
Could you imagine if I interview Gruden, I'm like, every time you see him on TV, do you think that guy's a dipshit? He can't even spit out a play. What does he know? He's there because of Papa. Papa, can you hear me?
Vic, before we leave.
Yeah, he'll be on. Yes, we'll see you on Thursday at the air.
Guys, a little bit of a change will be that I will jump on House of Horns with Vic tomorrow or Wednesday. We will break down the Rams and Bills game. I'm excited. I'm glad I picked that week. Gilbert picked that week for me to jump on because I'm excited to talk a little Rams and Bills. That'll be exciting. Then Dan and I will attack Chargers and Chiefs on Thursday, probably at about halftime of the Packers-Lions game. We'll jump on. We'll talk a little bit. I have not gotten a text back. I will text again tomorrow to see if our good friend Nate Taylor can jump on. He usually tries to be a little diva on me. That's probably an athletic thing, but no, I love Nate. Nate is awesome, but we'll definitely try and get him on. And then after that, Gilberto's Hour. Make sure you guys check that out. Dan likes to get you guys going and then send you guys over there. So that'll definitely be fun to see. And don't forget to check out the merch shop. Don't forget to like. Hit
Hoodie season, baby.
Button. We appreciate you guys so much. But thank you to Gilbert for trying to be on the show, even though he was on his way to his mom's house. So definitely appreciate him stopping at Panera and giving us 40 minutes of his time. But obviously we had to carry it the rest of the way. Dan was not happy with today's events. He hopes that next week it'll be smoother.
No. Yeah,
and he can actually crap back and forth. So
I know, like I was saying things and there was just silence. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Where is this guy? Is he asleep? Maybe Austin Eckler was right.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Wake up, Gilbert.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for everybody for joining. And for the time being, we're going to get out of here. Dan, why don't you send us off?
Be a compa, tell a compa, smash the like button. Have a great rest of your week. And let's freaking kill it tomorrow, dude.